Hi everyone and welcome back to Southside Dodge Rebels this week. Glad to be with you once again. After what was an outstanding road trip through BC the previous week, the Rebels were returning here to the NMAX Centrium to take on the Saskatoon Blades in a highly anticipated game, but not before running down to Lethbridge to beat up on the bottom-ranked Hurricanes, or maybe not so much. An early scoring chance for the Hurricanes as Graham Hood shovels it past Patrick Bartosak, but he can't get it past the goalpost. Lucky break there as it remains scoreless. Hurricanes do open the scoring at the 13-minute mark of the first. Philip Tott gets his stick on a pass over from Nick Buonasisi. Lethbridge up 1-0 after 20 minutes. They would expand that lead to 2-0 in the second period. Jamal Watson fights off Cale Detzel to convert on Jay Merkley's pass. Patrick Bartosak doing his best to keep the Rebels in this one. Here he stops Brody Sutter, then covers up Brady Ramsey's weak shot to keep it 2-0. However, Lethbridge does make it 3-0 before the end of the second. Sam McKechnie with the shot. Russell Maxwell somehow finds the rebound and tucks it in. A shocker developing at the NMAX Center. Rebels think they get on the board here as Turner Elson crashes the net and knocks the puck in, but it appears to go in off his hand. It's waved off immediately, and the Rebels still trail by 3. Cue the third period and cue Adam Kambites. He gets the Rebels on the board with 7:01 remaining. It's 3-1. Kambites strikes again just a few minutes later with the Rebels net empty. Matt Dumba with a touch pass, and Kambites eventually lifts home a backhander. 3-2 with 1:27 left. Now with the team already firmly on his back and with the final seconds ticking away, the captain strikes again.
Kambites scored at the buzzer! That's gonna count! The Rebels have tied it!
Unbelievable. Adam Kambites with the natural hat trick in 7 minutes ties it 3-3. This one goes to overtime and eventually a shootout. Dalton Seawalk would shoot first once again for the Rebels. However, he cannot beat Damian Ketlow, who sprawls to make the save. Uri Basic comes in first for Lethbridge and absolutely freezes Bartosak with a one-handed deke for a 1-0 shootout lead. John Person would shoot next for the Rebels, and he uses that patented forehand-backhand deke to nod the shootout at 1. Nick Buonasisi is next for the Hurricanes. Bartosak with the save. Brooks Maxwell shoots next for the Rebels. Ketlow makes the stop. Cam Braze comes in next for the Hurricanes. He's also stopped by Bartosak. Then it's Matthew Dumba's turn to beat Ketlow, but he cannot do so. The shootout remains tied. Philip Tott up next for Lethbridge, and he scores to put the Hurricanes up, meaning it was up to Kambites to be the hero once again, but Ketlow shuts the door. The Hurricanes win in a huge upset, 4-3. Adam Kambites undoubtedly the lone highlight for the Rebels in this one with 3 goals in 7 minutes late in the third period. He talks about his motivation behind his performance.
Really all that was on my mind is I didn't want to lose to Lethbridge. I mean, maybe being in my hometown, I don't want to lose in front of my hometown, but last place team in the league, right? And we don't want to lose to those guys. So I think just that was the motivation there. Just definitely didn't want to lose 2 points to those guys.
No time for the Rebels to cry over spilled milk, as the very next night they had to come right here to the NMAX Centrium to take on the Saskatoon Blades, one of their bitter arch rivals in the Eastern Conference, and the game definitely lived up to the pre-hype. Here's Cam Moon with the call.
Here at the NMAX Centrium, Rebels taking on the Saskatoon Blades, and dare I say it, a carnival-like atmosphere here this evening as these two Eastern Conference powers get together. On the right wing boards, all the way across in front of the net to Stransky, and he put it wide after being set up on the point there from Nichols. Zone. Stransky hit at the Rebel blue line, man. Siemens has the puck in the right corner for Saskatoon. Dumba lost it. His pass picked off by Parody. A partial break. The shot saved by Bartosak. Pulls it off the board. Puts it towards the net. Makarov save. Mayer scores! Then Maxwell behind the net. Miette the shot. Saved by Makarov. He didn't see it and got his pad over at the last second. Oh, it looked like Miette was going to have one. Might be waiting for the whistle. Referee wants them to move it. It's still tied up. It comes out. Puck goes to Collins. Collins into the right corner. Back to the point for Thrower. Shoots. He scores. Dalton Thrower let the shot go from the top of the circle on the right side. No way Bartosak saw it. It's a power play goal. The game's tied at 1. Behind the net is Burns. Takes it left wing. Find the net to Parody. He'll center it to Sutter. He scores. Lucas Sutter put it off the post and in as the Rebels had some trouble in their own end, and the Blades have a 2-1 lead. Wins it. Puck to the left point. Dumba shoots it. Gets it right in front to Kambites. Jams it on net. Makarov the save. And now he covers it up and holds on. Oh, Kambites was all alone in front of the net. And two of them go to the ice. And Detzel at the side of the goal almost lost it. The save by Bartaszak. It's in the Red Deer zone. Pass through the middle, finds Elson. One-on-one with Dietz, gonna try drive wide. Here's Elson, the shot. Saved by Makarov. Penalty coming up to the Blades. As the puck touched in behind the net, Makarov got run into by his defenseman. Top of the circle on the right. Pearson to Petrovic in the middle. Petrovic left side. Dumba in front of the net, off a stick. Can't get a shot away. Puck goes right to Makarov, and he'll cover it up. Now give it to Pearson. To Petrovic, down the left wing to Dumba, looks in front of the net, a pass side of the net, off the crossbar. Mayer hit the crossbar. Here's Dumba, his shot, and the save by Makarov, got it with the left arm. Top of the circle to Miette, penalty is over. Miette to Maxwell, his pass to Kambites, out to Miette, hit the post! Miette hit the post! And the puck shot down into the Red Deer zone. Out to Maxwell. Maxwell in the slaughter shot. That's blocked. Here's Cowan. He let it go, and it hit a stick and goes out of play. Rims it, kept in by Dumba. Puck goes to Kambites, to Dumba, to Kambites. A shot, a save by Makarov with the right pad. That was a great stop. Fire, the Blades win by a 2-1 margin and get 43 saves from their netminder, Andre Makarov, as Dumba got his stick in there, and now Sutter's trying to go after Dumba, but the linesman got to him. Now Dumba's going after him, and we got a potential dust up here, right here in the neutral zone, but now the linesman will get in there, and it looks like it's going to calm down.
Wow, just an outstanding, epic battle between these two Eastern Conference heavyweights. Makarov and Bartaszak were amazing between the pipes. The goal by Sutter late in the second period proved to be the difference.
It was a hard-fought battle between two good hockey teams, and you know, there was certainly an intensity to the game. There was a great crowd in here tonight, and you know, it was a battle from start to finish. And I thought the difference in the game was, you know, they capitalized on a couple of mistakes. We made a couple of costly errors. A winning goal. We had a couple of unnecessary turnovers, unforced turnovers there late in the second period. One of them ended up in the back of our net, and you know, at that point in the hockey game, you need to, you know, make the simple play and make sure the puck gets out of the zone. And you know, that was a difference in the game. We had chances to win in the third period. I thought we generated a lot of opportunities. Our power play had a number of opportunities there, and their goaltender stood tall. But you know, it was a hard-fought game, and unfortunately, we came out on the wrong end.
I think tonight was a better effort. We came out better tonight, definitely. But then again, we waited till late in the third to try to turn it on, and tonight it didn't work out for us to get a point.
Big saves both directions, and you know, that Patty was sharp on a few. I thought our defense struggled moving the puck tonight a bit. We made some poor decisions, and he had to be sharp on some turnovers where they got breaks, and a few around our net, in tight around our net, where our D got sloppy and casual, trying to beat guys behind our net. So he had to be sharp. He made some good saves, and I thought their guy made some great saves as well, especially in the third period there when we were pressing, and you know, it was a good battle in the nets as well.
The Rebels slip one spot back into second place in the Central Division standings, 2 points back of the Kootenay Ice, but the Rebels do have one game in hand. John Pearson continues to lead the Rebels in point scoring with 27 over 22 games. Adam Kambites, on the strength of his hat trick versus the Hurricanes, has the team lead in goals with 12. 2 home games for the Rebels at the NMAX Centrium this coming weekend. Friday night versus the Lethbridge Hurricanes, and Saturday night versus the Medicine Hat Tigers. It's the annual 106.7 The Drive Tube Toss night. Coming up after the break, we sit down and chat with the 3 members of your Red Deer Rebels who recently took part in the Subway Super Series. We'll be right back. Southside Dodge Rebels This Week is presented by Southside Dodge Chrysler Jeep in Red Deer, Alberta. Welcome back to Southside Dodge Rebels This Week. We're trying something brand new. We're going to interview 3 Rebels players at the same time. We've got Adam Kambites, Alex Petrovic, and Matthew Dumba. And these were the three Rebels that took part in the Subway Super Series last week versus Team Russia. And we'll start on the end with Cam Bites. Now, you guys kind of got lucky by being able to take part in this, in that you got to skip a rather nasty bus trip and fly to Regina.
Yeah, I think the guys were telling us it was about a 18-hour bus ride home, so it was nice. I mean, it was a little bit of a long day for us too. Still, we had a switch over there in Calgary, but yeah, it was all right. We got to get home quicker, definitely. Kind of missed out on some team bonding there. It seemed like the guys it was a pretty good time, even though it was so long. But it was nice to not have to drive that far.
Yeah, at the same time, though, it had to feel at least a little bit rock star to get basically a private flight from Vancouver to Regina.
Yeah, it was all right.
Awesome. Matt, talk a little bit about what it's like putting a team like this together on such short notice. You take that flight into Regina, and then you've got basically, 2 days to get things ready for a game? Or
Yeah, coming together and finding that chemistry is, I guess, tough, but everyone knows the players on the team some way or another, growing up with them or just playing against each other in the WHL. So I guess finding that chemistry isn't all that tough, and they're all great guys and all good guys, and it's easy to communicate with those guys and find some chemistry.
Now, Alex, you guys are playing for a rather veteran coaching staff at this thing, with the likes of Don Hay and Lorne Mulliken running the game that you guys played in. That had to have been kind of a neat experience. No doubt you picked up a lot in those couple days.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, playing under Don Hay, he's really smart man. He knows his hockey, and he's won Memorial Cups, and I mean, he's a great coach, and I think just his style is a lot like ours, with playing physical and getting pucks to the net. And I think playing under him was a great experience, and I really enjoyed it.
You guys are on the ice, and you get into the game. Adam, maybe just talk about your emotions in that game, how you felt, and maybe just a little bit about the game itself, maybe what surprised you and how you felt out there.
Yeah, well, it was the first time I played against international teams. I never had that experience before, so I just kind of tried to handle it like another game, though. I wasn't too nervous before the game, probably more excited than anything. And for me, the thing that stuck out was just the skill level there. I mean, the Russians are a highly skilled team and a fast team, and if you're not sharp, they'll catch you in transition, and they'll be coming at you with four guys. And then obviously the skill with the WHL team. I mean, to have such a skilled group together and just to see the kind of plays and how everyone plays so well. They're so well positioned, and yes, I think just basically the skill was the biggest thing for me that I noticed.
Matty, you did it again. Whether you're playing for Canada or the Rebels, or in this case, Team WHL, you had another, I guess, slobber knocker hit late in the first period that had to have felt pretty good.
Yeah, it did. And coming into the game, I guess I was pretty nervous. A pretty big hype on the game. You want to showcase your stuff for the World Juniors and stuff like that, and I think that's one of the parts of my game that I really want to promote. And I guess I got a chance to do that at the end of the first there, and he's kind of just coming down the wall, and he kind of had his head buried and just cut right in. So I got pretty lucky with the whole scenario, but it felt good. Now,
Petro, he mentioned the World Juniors, how he wanted to use that as a showcase, and I know that's something that you wanted to do as well, especially playing for Don Hay. Did you think that you did a good job at making your case that night?
Well, I think I did. I mean, going in, my game plan was just to keep it simple. Move the puck up to the skilled forwards, and I think to even play on that team, I think for my role, it just to be a steady stay-at-home defenseman. They got their two-way guys and their point getters and their power play guys. So I think for me to even crack that, to get to the selection camp, I just got to be a shutdown guy and keep pucks out of the net. And I was +2 that night, so hopefully I did enough to get invited to the selection camp.
But more than anything, this was a lot of fun for you guys, right? Good experience. Right on. Guys, thanks very much for doing this. Congratulations on playing in the Subway Super Series, and best of luck moving forward with Rebels and whatever may happen with the rest of your season this year.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Adam Kambites, Alex Petrovic, Matthew Dumba here on Rebels This Week. Well, that does it for another busy and exciting episode of Southside Dodge Rebels This Week. We'll see you next time.
Mayer scores!